Oh, Dana, we brought out the open with the snowflakes.
Yeah.
I know, we needed it again because we have snow to talk about tonight and snow to talk about on Saturday. So winter decided, it's Maine. We couldn't start spring early. It's just impossible. But yeah, so we've got a little bit of a clipper system moving through this evening that's brought with us a couple of rain and snow showers. At this point, we're not expecting the snow to accumulate with these. However, this storm is going to re-strengthen later in the evening, and that's where we're going to see that accumulating snow. Also, a little interesting tidbit, right here where you see those pink squares, those are snow squall warnings. So we do have some snow squalls going through, looks like Vermont, and then down into Pennsylvania also. So overnight tonight, we're going to start to see this storm re-strengthen. And what's going to happen here is that this low is going to reform over us here in Maine. So exactly where this low forms is going to be heavily dependent on what areas of the state are going to get the highest snowfall. And that's why it can be a little bit tricky because we're watching for it to reform. So overnight tonight, we'll start with a couple of rain showers closer to the coast. And then this is tonight at 11 p.m. We have some rain continuing into down east Maine. And then on the western side of this system, that's where we're going to see the heaviest snowfall. And as the storm continues to traverse through the state early tomorrow morning, we're going to see the heaviest snowfall continue into the mid-coast and down east areas and then up towards northern Maine. So this is Thursday at 1 a.m. and this is where we're expecting the heaviest snowfall, and it'll be cold enough for us to also see accumulation on the ground, especially in areas where we haven't seen snow in a little while. So continuing into early Thursday morning, so I think western Maine and back into New Hampshire by the early morning commute should be okay. Just keep an eye on some blowing snow because it's going to be pretty windy behind this system. However, towards down east Maine and up into northern Maine, we will continue to see falling snow early into tomorrow morning. And then it's going to be very breezy on the back end of this system. So showers and snow squalls will continue throughout the morning on Thursday. And then as we break into Friday, that's when we have an area of high pressure, but it's also going to be a bit wintry out there because things are going to get pretty chilly. And then that's the beginning of our next system coming in for Saturday. So this is our snowfall map. I would say we're looking at the highest amounts where that banding is going to be on the western end of that system. So that's going to be up near Holton and south of Presque Isle up in northern Maine. Elsewhere, 3 to 6 inches closer to Bangor, and then a little bit less so down towards western Maine. Kind of coinciding here with the pinks in the winter storm warnings, and then the winter weather advisories are there in purple. So once that system goes through tonight, we'll get a brief reprieve on Friday. However, it is going to be on the chilly side and a bit windy, so very wintry out there. And then our Saturday system is a little bit tricky in a different way. It has to do with these two systems, one to our north and a coastal system to our south. And how well these are going to phase or come together is going to determine the precipitation for Saturday. So right now, I think it looks like we're going to start out this system with snow when it's cold enough in the overnight hours. And then once it gets warm enough a little later Saturday afternoon, the coast will transition into rainfall, still seeing some heavy snow in the mountains and up towards northern Maine. Once we get past the system for tonight, we'll start working on a snow map for this system and we'll clear out by Sunday. Marine forecast, we've got that gale warning in effect until Friday at 11 a.m. So in terms of our 7-day forecast, it is a little bit of an active weather week. We got a lot of things to talk about. So the accumulating snowfall is going to be overnight, and that's going to be the most impactful system until we get to Saturday. Then things get breezy on the back end of this system. So Brian and Amanda, winter is still hanging around. So I hope you did not put your shovel away yet because we're going to need it for tomorrow morning.
You should know better if you did.
I know.
All right, Dana, thank you.